everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Alice, but you might know me as Stamprgrl, and I'm here for a cat scrappiness YouTube hub. Today we are doing a birthday hub. We are sharing quick cards recipes that will make creating cards fast and easy, and you can never go wrong with some extra birthday cards on hand. So hop along and see how you can follow this recipe to create some fabulous birthday cards. For more inspiration, make sure that you follow the playlist that we have in the description below. It follows this simple recipe. And make sure that you fill out the raffle copter to enter to win a $25 gift certificate from Cat Scrappiness. Deadline is April 10th. I am using this fabulous die set from Cat Scrappiness called Build a Cake, and I have cut it out of white cardstock, and now I'm removing the pieces, and then I changed my mind, but I'm removing these pieces of the tier cakes, and so you can see each tier of the cake has two pieces, but I am gonna simplify this die cut, and what I'm gonna do is I'm only gonna use the top part of the tiers. So that smaller strip on the bottom, I'm not going to use it, and I'm going to use the super adorable bows that it has. I'm putting these back in there because I think it would be easier to color them without breaking them apart, because there are some of them that are very delicate pieces. At first I thought I was going to use picked raspberries, but then I really want to use the little dome gems. And I'll have all the information on my description below with links, and they will be affiliate links, no extra cost for you. So I end up using saltwater taffy for the colors on the cake. These are the Happy Summer enamel dots, and they coordinate perfectly with the saltwater taffy distress oxide. So I gluing the tiny little bows that I created to that one layer of each of the cakes, and then the top will be the top of the frosting of the cake. So I'm going to do this on all three of the layers, and the biggest oval is the base, where the cake base is. Okay, so I'm going to add a little tiny bows to each three of the tiers, and I'm showing you how this is going to kind of look like. Here I ended up cutting a piece of cardstock, and this is pretty thick cardstock, to glue all my pieces into it, so then I can transfer it to my layered pattern paper. So I feel this is so much easier on how to, because then I can manipulate, I can move them here and there without actually doing all this on the final panel. So this is just a quick little tip for you if you want to do this die cut. It's just an easy way, and then I can just trim at the top and we're done. And I'm actually putting the ovals a little bit into behind the cake side on each of the layers, and I am using the Crafty Quokka, the Steiner paper. I love this Crafty Quokka. I'm using that super cute like pale yellow. Then I'm trying to position how am I going to do this. The pale yellow, it is cut out from the wonky and wavy stitch oval, and now I have this funky pattern paper that I have had for decades. And I decided it is the same yellow as the Crafty Quokka pattern paper, and I love it. It is just perfect touch. It has this quilted pattern, and it's just a little fun detail. So I am gonna put that layer. Here is where my wonky wavy stitch oval is coming into place. I am not putting any layers, because remember that layer of fake cardstock that I did to put all of my layers of the cake? Well, I decided that I'm going to just finish it up. And this is actually, that little piece of cardstock is from one of the die cuts that I am actually using today. The paper that the cardstock it comes attached to it, I always cut the little bottom part so it fits on my little envelopes. And now this is going to give me a little bit of an extra edge. And I love it. I put it a little bit lower so I can actually stamp. And I am using Happy Day. Happy Day is a cat scrappiness awesome sentiment stamp set. It has sentiments for almost everything: Mother's Day, Father's Day, Grandparents' Day, birthday, retirement, crafty, New Year's anniversary, you name it, it's in there. I am using a baby wipe to clear out the ink on my stamp. I rarely ever clean my stamps unless I am doing what I'm doing today, which is stamping on a light color ink. I am trying to stamp with an ink that actually coordinates with the saltwater taffy Distress Oxide. I'm bringing my wonky wavy ovals to see which one is better in terms of size to put my sentiment in. And I decide to go with the smaller size. And here I'm going to stamp the Happy with my ink. This is just a dye base ink. I'm doing it a few times. My ink pad is a little bit dry. I'm having to really stamp it a few times. And then I'm coming with the birthday. And this birthday is, I can kind of tug it into the left side underneath the Happy because it kind of fits perfectly under that big H and snug in right before the loop of the Y of the Happy. And it just fits just perfectly there. I love how it turns out. It's a little bit darker than the cake, which is just about perfect. So here is the look of my card. I know I'm going to be using some of those enamel dots that I have. But I'm going to glue first my cake. And notice that I don't put glue all the way to the top of that little piece of cardstock so I can sneak in that oval and behind it. And here it is. Now all I have to do is add my bling, which I am using that Happy Summer enamel dots. I'm going to put a tiny bead, the tiny little enamel dots from the peach color, coral kind of color on each of the center of the bows. And then I'm going to add a few of the yellow ones just to add a little bit of balance into the card. And then I decide that that white border, it's a little bit too white for my taste. And I bring whatever is left over on my blending brush. And that's what I'm going to use to just add a tiny bit of color. A little trick here that I use is I don't want any of my ink to get into my yellow layer. So I'm using just a scrap of cardstock and I'm using it as a stencil, as a mask to not get any ink onto my yellow layer. And here's my card. I really hope you guys join us. Make sure that you read all about our brand new challenge where you will have a chance to win a Cat Scrappiness gift certificate following this awesome recipe, which is a little bit of pattern paper, some layered nesting shapes, and some bling, sentiment, and an image. And remember, don't leave your crafting for tomorrow. Start today.